Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Monday morning, that's Monday the 8th of August, and we are combining regenerative spring wheat, our first regenerative spring wheats. And the crop is rubbish. It's thin, it's quite drought prone soil. It's a long thin field. On chalk, it's got some flint in it as well, but if we come across to the screen you will see that we're at 10.5% moisture and we're not making 3 tons a hectare. Now this field has had some pretty unique issues. Last year we had a big outbreak of brome and thistles, so we set our stall out here to spray it for brome. So we used Broadway Star in the spring, and it had a profound effect on the crop, and we're not quite sure why, whether it was already suffering drought stress, but it stunted the crop and it brought in a lot of insect attack. It's the first time that I've ever seen grasshoppers in a crop, and the crop never really recovered. I mean, we still got patches, occasional patches of sow thistle in this crop, but it's just so thin, you can see the ground through. It has been sprayed with Broadway Star, that did a really good job of taking out the brome, but the sort of thickness of the crop never really took off. So it's a warts and all account of regenerative journey. You really need to understand that not every field responds well. My experience so far is that the heavier the land is, the better it responds to regenerative farming. Seems to have more body in it, but we are really struggling here. So I will try and work out at some point, probably not during harvest, but I will revisit the margins of this field to try and give you an idea of what break-evens are, because just looking at yield it seems really disappointing, but fundamentally it's not about yield, it's about profit. So we'll see how much this works out at, but that's all for Monday. See you next time, bye. So just a quick update, my neighbour's combine has just set fire to a field, and it's just the reality of the situation on this tinder dry year, the driest year, on record. It's really nerve-wracking stuff. We are combining a field of with flints in it at the moment. Really worried that we're going to chip a flint with the knife and set the field on fire. It's generally not something we worry about too much in the UK, but this year it's a real problem, and we've just suffered a bit of a breakdown on the combine where the wear pads on the bottom have been worn out, so I'm really worried that we could catch on the knife as a result. So fingers crossed, we'll keep you in the picture of how things develop here. Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday morning. Sorry I didn't get a video yesterday. We were in some pretty disappointing wheat. It was winter wheat, but it was on a landlord's land where they had done an archaeology dig in the middle of winter. We revisited whether we invest in a winter wheat, whether we spray it off and commit to a spring wheat, and we decided the best option was to leave the winter wheat in place but minimize our investment in it. So I think it was near enough a regenerative wheat, but without the preparation, and really that's something that's become very evident to me, is that the cover crops is an essential element. You can't just go cutting back on your inputs and hoping for a good outcome. The time is required. So today we are in another enforced combining situation. As you can see, we're up against some roadworks, and in fact this area is about to become a roundabout. So today we've been dodging these marker posts which have been laid out to lay out the roundabout. Now this is the famous field with the hedge divide, where up here, where we go from not very healthy soils here, long-term arable, into healthy soils down that side. And I thought it was interesting just to give you a bit of a feedback. So here we're doing about 4.6 tons, and the moisture is about 14.8, even with all of this green. As you can see, it's quite a lot of green in the stubble. Now interestingly, as you combine through, the green seems to be coming from a different wheat. So the Lennox is mature, but it's a bearded wheat that's come through. So in 3 years ago we grew a variety called, and it's obviously come back through, which does kind of beg the question how much of the population is actually from the one that you've planted and how much comes from a previous wheat crop. So that's quite interesting. Now on the healthier bit, you'll see that the yield jumps to like 5.5 tons, so we'll cut to that. And also I'll give you a shot of over the ridge when we get to see HS2 in all its glory. So hang on a second. So here we are in the healthy bit of the field, and we are getting a yield of 6 tons, 14 more. I thought it was going to hit 7 tons for a second there. 14 tons a hectare. So this is all regenerative, but in healthy soil, less than 50 kilos of N. But as we go over the brow, you can start to see the scope of the HS2 works here. So a large spoil pile over there, going all the way around up to here. So somewhere in the middle, they're building where that trailer is, a new underpass under the railway, which is indicated by the white line. Yes, there is a lot of building going on in the area, and about where we are now will soon be around an additional roundabout. So I apologise for the bumps, but that's a leftover of last year's archaeology works here, and that's where a lot of the wild oats has come from too. So thank you very much for watching. That's it for Wednesday. More to follow later. Afternoon everybody, it's Saturday afternoon and it's very exciting, but for all the wrong reasons. So let's quick crop review. We're in spring wheat, but we've got a short header. And the reason that is because I noticed a new squeak in my header this morning, and it turned out that one of the welds had split around the header auger. So it's been rushed off to Farrell's, and they very kindly lent me this header to keep me going. So we were hoping to finish today, but that cost us a couple of hours. And then there's some additional excitement. So we were also stubble raking. There is thunderstorms forecast for tomorrow, Monday morning, Monday and Tuesday, heavy thunderstorms. And so we wanted to scratch the surface of some oat stubble and to ready to put some mustard in tomorrow. That was the plan. Unfortunately, the field caught fire. So I'm going to show you some footage from the fires. Huge thank you to all my neighbouring farmers who helped out. Robin Gamer from Mentmore Park Farms, Ed Mogford from Wendover, and the landlord for his help as well. So thank you, and especially to the local fire service for all their efforts. It was a pretty close thing, and some houses had to get evacuated, but fortunately we got it under control. It just goes to highlight how difficult conditions are in a particularly hot year like this. We worked quite hard to blow down our machines every morning and keep everything as clean as possible, but there are always unforeseen circumstances. So thank you to all those who helped out, and sorry if it scared any of the local residents. Glad we managed to get it all sorted out. Okay, see you next time.